You're watching ABC7 News at 11.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. Bumper-to-bumper traffic on I-75 due to a deadly crash this evening. Our crews were on the scene moments after it happened. The northbound lanes on I-75 in Sarasota are slowly reopening now after being shut down all evening. 2 people were killed in an accident on I-75 that involved 4 cars. 4 people were seriously injured and another was taken to the hospital. That accident happened at the Clark Road overpass near exit 205.
Pay attention. Put your phones down. Assure a safe following distance. When you are going over overpasses such as Clark Road or any overpass, you have to have a reasonable expectation that traffic may be backed up. It may be slow going. You have to control your vehicle.
An investigation into the incident may take days or even weeks. We will continue to keep you updated as more details come into our newsroom, both on our website and on our app. An update now on the investigation into a suspicious package which required a hazmat team to respond in Sarasota County. The sheriff's office says a worker at a shipping facility in Palmer Ranch was exposed to a substance, but it turns out that material was not hazardous. Sarasota County Emergency Services evacuated the building as a precaution.
There's a chemical element to it, so that's why the hazmat team responded.
Crews with Sarasota County Emergency Services decontaminated the worker. Just to be safe, the FBI is now leading an investigation. We have more details into the cause of death of the young Sarasota woman who lost her life at a racetrack last night. According to early results of the investigation, Katarina Moeller, also known as Kat, died because of a piece of debris that hit her helmet. Kat was racing in an exhibition at the Sebring International Raceway when she drove over a timing device on the road that made her lose control of the dragster that she was driving. Family, friends, and the entire racing community are now remembering her.
She was always happy. Like I said, could always put a smile on everyone's face and was there for anyone when you needed it. Always was a helping hand, caring. Very sweet girl.
The final autopsy report has not yet been released. According to her Facebook page, funeral arrangements will be held Monday at 6 p.m. at Epiphany Cathedral Church in downtown Venice. Her burial will be on Tuesday at 11 a.m. at Sarasota Memorial Park. The man's body who was found burning on an isolated road in Mayaca City on Wednesday night has now been identified. 35-year-old Antonio Maurice Bradley was discovered by a witness living in the area. First responders extinguished the flames, but Bradley was pronounced dead at the scene by EMS. He had most recently been staying in Bradenton, but has also lived in Sarasota County. His death is being investigated as a homicide. Happening in Florida, police are looking for a man seen on camera trying to steal a vending machine from an apartment building. Take a look at this surveillance video from an apartment building in Miami. You can watch as that man takes his precious time maneuvering the big machine from the corner and then scoots it inch by inch all the way into the elevator and up to the 8th floor. Well, that machine was found with damage to the money slot, but with no luck getting inside, the man took off with no cash and no food. Florida lawmakers will be asked to reevaluate how elections have been run in the state, from the handling of vote-by-mail ballots to extending certification dates. That's all according to Senate President-designate Bill Galvano of Bradenton, who will take the reins on the chamber on Tuesday. Earlier today, Galvano said he has heard from a number of senators who want to revisit aspects of the state's election law. When asked about comments by the president and others regarding election integrity, Galvano said there probably wasn't much confidence in Florida's elections process to start with heading into Election Day last week.
We've had too many problems through too many cycles. It is something that I am interested in doing, taking a look at how we are working the process and if there are modifications that we can make to better serve the people.
Galvano's goal is to keep future elections from a need for the judicial intervention that has taken place over the past week and a half. Well, Florida's unemployment rate has dropped down to 3.4% in October. The latest numbers point to the lowest jobless rate for the state in nearly 10 years. There are 345,000 Floridians who qualify as unemployed from a workforce of 10.25 million. The jobless number is down 14,000 from last month and 51,000 from just a year ago.
In October, private sector businesses created over 21,000 new jobs, which shows that their continued confidence in our economy and their ability to find the workers that they need here, right here in Florida.
The decrease comes as the national unemployment rate also held a 3.7% from month to month. Florida's numbers were driven by service-related jobs, according to the state agency. Modest gains were also reported in categories involving construction, financial activities, trade, and utilities. Investigators say a convicted serial killer in Texas may be linked to more than 90 unsolved cases. Samuel Little is already serving a life sentence for 3 murders in California. But earlier this year, he was extradited to Texas to face charges of killing a 4th woman. That's when a detective got him to confess to 90 other murders in multiple states, including here in Florida and as close as Tampa. A prosecutor in Texas says the victims' families may finally get justice.
I always feel like justice can be delayed, but it doesn't mean that it necessarily has to be denied. And in this case, there are people all over this country that haven't had answers, haven't had justice, but now they will.
30 of those 90 murders have already been confirmed by authorities. If convicted in all cases, 78-year-old Little would be one of the most prolific serial killers in U.S. history. Well, a new wrinkle in that alleged GoFundMe scam tonight. It appears the New Jersey couple in the homeless vet charged with fabricating a feel-good story that inspired gullible donors to gift them hundreds of thousands of dollars may now be turning on each other. ABC's Linda Lopez has more with the latest developments.
Kate McClure, the woman accused of fabricating an epic lie to scam thousands of sympathetic donors, making the case that she too was played. Her attorney saying it was her boyfriend, Mark D'Amico, and homeless veteran Johnny Bobbitt who concocted the tale about Bobbitt and how he offered up his last $20 when she supposedly ran out of gas. The couple launching a GoFundMe campaign that immediately went viral, raking in more than $400,000.
Kate had no idea that there had been an agreement, a conspiracy, really, between D'Amico and Bobbitt.
Yet less than an hour after their page went live, prosecutors say McClure texted a friend admitting it was fake, writing, "Okay, so wait, the gas part is completely made up, but the guy isn't. I had to make something up to make people feel bad." Her attorney saying McClure's only intention was to help Bobbitt, defending that text.
Kate never thought that they'd ever get close to $10,000. And so that text message, in my view, is not incriminating, but is exculpatory.
Prosecutors, however, pressing ahead, saying the group may have gotten away with the scam if Bobbitt hadn't publicly accused McClure and D'Amico of using his money to fund a lavish lifestyle, spending nearly all the money in less than 5 months.
D'Amico and McClure squandered the vast majority of the money contributed by donors who intended to help a homeless veteran.
The couple no longer together as she and her 2 alleged co-conspirators await trial. Linda Lopez, ABC News, New York.
Well, ABC7's Bob Harrigan joining us now. Bob, I'm going to have to search through all my stuff and find some boots for tomorrow morning and some jackets. It's cold.
Yeah, tomorrow morning will be, but in the afternoon, not too bad. It's a Florida kind of day where you dress up in the morning, layered clothing, and then by midday, it's back to pretty nice conditions. Here's what's happening already, 55 degrees. This is about 10 degrees cooler than it was last night at this hour, already down to 39 in Tallahassee. We are expecting temperatures to drop down in the 40s in some cases. And you can see right now 58 degrees, a little bit warmer near the coast, 58 in downtown Sarasota. We have 61 in Cortez. The Gulf water temperature is cooling down too. The mid-50s are inland now. Arcadia at 55 degrees, 54 in Wauchula. Bradenton, you're still at 58 degrees. And A couple degrees warmer in Inglewood. Big weekend taking place there at the boat races there in Inglewood. 56 in Northport, 59 in Venice. As far as the forecast goes, of course, we had beautiful weather for Football Friday night, and Wayne Lindell's coming up next with all the highlights, and with some exciting games tonight with the playoffs. And 49 in Venice, that's the expected low. 48 in Osprey, Lakewood Ranch at 47. 49 in Bradenton, 53 out there at Anna Maria Island, so a little bit warmer near the water, but even that is pretty cold for this time of year. Our normal low in the low 60s, 45 in Sebring and 45 in Wauchula, as well as into Arcadia. So here are the headlines. Plenty of sunshine through the weekend. We're looking at a gorgeous weekend as high pressure builds in from the southeast and sits right over the top of us, it looks like, throughout the day on Saturday and Sunday. We will start to see a little bit more humidity come back into play by Tuesday and Wednesday, but upper 70s are expected right through Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is looking pretty good too, and some rain possible on Friday. Well, here's a look now at the Titan radar picture. The snowstorm that caused all sorts of headaches yesterday and today is now weakening and pushing off into the Atlantic. Still some lake effect snows occurring in upstate New York. We are not expecting any rainfall over the weekend. In fact, the next chance for rain comes Thanksgiving, but that's only a 20% better chance on Friday. So a lot of shoppers may get a little wet, but even that chance isn't all that great. High pressure keeping skies clear right now. With the clear skies and light winds, we're going to allow those temperatures to drop considerably. Very dry air in place as well. The wind flow will be basically out of the northeast throughout the day, so not a problem for area beaches, and we're expecting highs tomorrow into the mid-70s. The high today wasn't all that warm, 70 degrees. Will be a little bit warmer than that tomorrow. So here's the boating forecast as it checks out. Northeast winds will start off at 15 knots, subside to 5 to 10 in the afternoon. So seas will start to come down too. They'll be running 2 to 3 feet with a moderate chop out there. Get a look at the 7-day forecast. Looks nice, doesn't it? Lots of sunshine, cool tomorrow, warmer again on Sunday. And we're expecting 78 degrees on Monday and Tuesday with a 79-degree high.
Pleasant. Thank you so much, Bob. And thanks for joining us. Stay with us. Football Friday Night with Dwayne Lindo coming up next.
Imagine a world filled with pillow fights, playgrounds, and the search for the perfect climbing tree. Every kid deserves that world. But 1 in 5 kids in America struggle with hunger. At No Kid Hungry, we're committed to creating a world where every kid eats healthy food every day. We raise funds, we help families, and we lift up communities.
Christmas Tradition by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
My California Closets designer is a rock star. She was able to design the most beautiful space for me. When I turn the lights on, it's breathtaking. La! It's just a little slice of organized heaven. The California Closet team was so professional, so reliable. It was seriously a dream come true. My name is Jill, and this is my California Closet story.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
discover hope and help.
The world is a beautiful place again.
Join the Voices for Recovery. For confidential information for mental and substance use disorders, call 1-800-662-HELP.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
And welcome everyone to ABC7's last postseason edition of Football Friday Night. I'm your host, Dwayne Lindo, and I gotta tell you, it's hard to believe, but high school football season is close to wrapping up. We're now in the second week of postseason, and we have two local matchups that are huge. It's something you don't see often, so these games are pretty special. Winners go on to the next round. Our game of the week, the Venice Indians hosting the Braden River Pirates. At this point, it's the best rivalry on the Suncoast. I think Bob would agree. The Indians have won 5 straight. He's over there clapping. 5 straight over the Pirates, beating them 24-21. You just saw them score right off the bat there. First quarter, the Indians on the board. And Braden Rivers on offense at this point, handoff to Brian Battie, and he gets the negative yardage thanks to Carson Sullivan there. The Pirates get another crack at offense. Brian Gagg looking for number 17, but he throws to the wrong 17. You saw Noah Carr picked it off, 79 yards for the pick six, 14-0 Indians. Now the handoff to Battie and nothing. The Pirates can't get anything off the run game. And that final play of the game, first quarter, Mike Trapani breaks a tackle and stays on his feet, runs it in for the score. The Indians taking a solid lead at 21-0. And Braden River, a little light at the end of the tunnel. You see Brian Gagg to his receiver, Clyde Townsend, for a 5-yard pass. They cut the lead down 21-7. Tough play to catch up against a great Venice team. They win this one, as expected, 28-21. They move on to Bloomingdale. And as Fred G. Sanford would say, this is the big one. Bob, I know you watched Sanford and Son back in the day. And the big one meaning Class 8, featuring the Manatee Hurricanes at Riverview. The Hurricanes riding high with an upset win over the Osceola Cowboys last week. They lost to the Rams earlier this season. Now they're looking to get some payback. But the Rams are pretty hyped up. They want to get deeper in the playoffs, falling short last year. First quarter, the Hurricanes on offense. Anthony Squidieri avoiding the sack, scrambling to his right to get about 10 yards, and he gets lit up by the defense. No worries, though. He gets right back up as if nothing ever happened. Same drive, number 6 avoids traffic and calls his own number again, this time taking it into the end zone. Manatee strikes first, extra point, 6-0 Hurricanes. Will the Rams answer? Ali Boyce a couple key runs, then this. The strike to Malachi Weidman. He's triple covered, but obviously has that height advantage. 7-6 Rams. The Rams even playing a little defense. Chuck Brantley just diving to get the interception. He takes it about 10 yards into Hurricane territory. Sideline is hyped. A little FaceTime for Brantley, and guess what? The turnover chain to go with it. They get nothing out of that one, but 9 minutes left in the second quarter. It's Sean White, another quarterback who can call his own number, 7 yards for the touchdown. Rams take the lead 14-6. And later in the second, the laser to Michael Puda Hayes. What a pass by Sean White. That one for about 30 yards. The Rams extend their lead to 21-6. Rams cheerleading coach trying to get into the play. Let's see what you got. Now Manatee stepping up on defense. It's Gian Buchanan with the pick, taking it to the 1-yard line. They score on the next play, but it wasn't enough. The Rams win big, 49-27. They're moving on. They'll take on Dr. Phillips in the next round. And in another fall sport, Pineview and Sarasota High School's 2-time cross-country champion, Ben Harvickson, commits to Harvard. Not only is Sarasota County cranking out athletes, but scholar athletes as well. Coming up on Football Friday Night, we have a final score on the Palmetto Tigers game and a few special guests. Stay with us.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. and call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Judy here, I think hospice was a tremendous source of support for her.
Absolutely. With Jennifer and Kimberly and Liza's constant contact with us, coming in, just knowing that there was someone with knowledge there to back us up, to answer our questions, it made a world of difference.
Women have shed their blood in defense of America since the dawn of the Republic.
What am I going to tell my neighbors? He said that my daughter's wearing a uniform.
Their sacrifices are profound.
Women are in combat.
And their noble accomplishments largely ignored.
When you're young, you think you created all that awesomeness.
Unsung Heroes, the story of America's female patriots.
The fight for the right to fight.
An inspiring saga of perseverance and triumph.
Sunday at 10 on ABC7.
A decade of war has taken an unprecedented toll on our men and women in uniform.
Hundreds of thousands of our veterans are suffering from the trauma of war.
At Justice for Vets, we believe that every veteran should have the opportunity for treatment and restoration.
Get involved and go to justiceforvets.org.
Help put treatment within reach of veterans in crisis.
Veterans fought for our freedom. Now it's our turn to fight for theirs.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
And we have one score for you tonight. The Palmetto Tigers taking on the Bloomingdale Bulls out of Hillsborough County. And unfortunately, Palmetto Tigers, they're out. Another Class 7 team that is out of the picture, as well as Braden River. Obviously, they're out of the picture. They were beat by Venice High School. So Bloomingdale will move on to the next round. As I said, Palmetto Tigers out. So great part of the show today. We have two special guests. Our social producer, Chloe Conboy, who's a Manatee grad. Also, Charlie Williams, who's also a Manatee grad. And I noticed one thing about this area. I'm not from here, but one thing about Manatee County is that folks, the community and alum, they pretty much rally around the high school, rally around the team. And I noticed that it's a lot to have to do with family. Chloe Conboy, I'm going to defer to you.
Okay.
So you're a Manatee High grad. Tell me, what was the atmosphere like, the team like when you attended the school?
So when I attended the school, I actually graduated in 2014. So I was there from 2010 to 2014, and my sophomore year of high school, we were state champions. So we just came in with this winning streak, and when Coach Joe Canan was there, from 2010 to 2013, the last 4 seasons, Manatee had 50 wins and only 4 losses. Over that period, when we played up against the Riverview High School Rams, we were 4-0 against Riverview, outscoring them 179 points to 19. So I think it's just been a totally different atmosphere from when I was in high school to now. It's just very different how the school is.
Right. Canan, obviously a Hall of Fame coach. Canan went up to USF, coached there for a little bit as an assistant coach. Storied franchise. I know, Charlie, you played on the team as well. You know that it's a storied franchise. The Manatee Hurricanes this year, they finished the year at 8-5. They lost to Lakeland their first game, lost to Braden River, couple key losses there. They also lost to Riverview. What were the strengths for Manatee this year, if any? I think they had a few strengths, but from your perspective, what did they do right this year?
Well,
They did a lot of small things right this year. They have a lot of talent on that team, a lot of speed on that team. And the small thing that they did right was try to get the ball to their playmakers on the edge. Like I said, they have Keon Fordham, who's probably their best player.
Correct.
And it's always good to try to find a way to get the ball into the hands of your best player. Then you have others like the running back, the number 30, I don't remember his name. He's a freshman. I think he's a freshman. They've been doing things, a few things to get the ball to playmakers. They've been doing that pretty well.
Coach Shakir in his second year doing well, better season than he had last season. What does he have to do to prepare for next season?
Well, one of the things he's going to have to do to prepare for next season, he's going to have to find a quarterback. He needs a quarterback. And in my opinion, if he had the kind of quarterback that Braden River has and Palmetto, one of those two quarterbacks, I believe they would have went undefeated this year because he has some weapons outside. You have Jackson, Fordham, and the running back that he has. He has a lot of talent on that team, and he's going to have to find a line next year. He's going to need a line, and he's got to do a little bit better job on defense.
Right. Real quick, I want to ask you about Venice. Venice won the state championship last year in 7A. Do they repeat this year?
Go Venice. I think they repeat. It's hard to beat a team like Venice. They are very well coached. They play sound football. It's just hard to beat a team like Venice. They are very talented, and they're strong, man. I tell you, very hard to beat them. I can see Venice winning it again.
Well, good to hear.
That was one of Manatee's biggest rivals, too, going to school there. I don't think that's ever going to change, Venice being such a strong football team and known in the high school football community.
Right. Two storied programs, obviously, Venice and Manatee High School. Now, let's go to Friday night sites. We have a few pictures here from tonight, postseason play. Venice High School and Braden River, the coin toss, always a big game, a lot of drama, like I mentioned earlier. Venice possibly may be going back to the championship. We'll soon see. And, we have some cheerleaders there, the Venice High cheerleaders. I'm sure they're a great part or a big part of Venice High going this far. Don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. Probably looking a little chilly tonight.
Pretty much.
With Bob's forecast, they probably should have put on a little bit more jackets, definitely.
And Venice is that good that we had to show that again. And that's big Malachi Weidman.
Wow.
So he's one of the best stars, wide receiver for Braden River. Great player there, player with a lot of hops. Jason Clark, thank you for that photo.
That's Riverview Rams.
I'm sorry, Riverview. Also, Michael Puda Hayes, Riverview Rams. Another great player, scored plenty of touchdowns this year, one of their key players. So, guys, thanks for joining me tonight. And you guys should be coming on to the next block, I would imagine.
Yeah, we'll stick around.
Thanks for having me.
Stick around.
Yeah.
It's year-end clearance time at every Ghetto location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Ghetto.com. And Ghetto Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Ghetto dealership near you.
Ghetto's got it.
At Ghetto.com.
Our overall experience working with California Closets was phenomenal.
Calm, reassuring.
Through happenstance, we ended up paired with our designer, Jen. She was someone who not only was patient, someone who was professional. She's become extended family.
She had great insight to help direct me towards those things that could make our dreams come true.
We are the Greens, and this is our California Closet story.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Now, I figured I'd have Chloe and Charlie stick with me for the rest of the show here. Great to have you guys on. I wanted you guys to check out Fan of the Week. I'm going to introduce Fan of the Week in a second here, and maybe you guys can maybe comment, give me a little color commentary on what we'll see, who the Fans of the Week are. So in this case, here we have the Riverview Kilties. So the seniors there.
Love it. No, they definitely look very warm tonight. They dressed appropriately. Clearly, they were watching ABC7's chief meteorologist, Bob Harrigan, and they were prepared with our weather forecast. So I'm very proud of them.
Congratulations, Riverview. You put one on us. We owe you. We'll see you next year. That's why they're smiling.
Right, yeah, they're smiling because there's a Riverview win. But this, again, like I said, this will be the last Football Friday night. We will cover Riverview and we will cover Venice moving on. So keep in touch. Hopefully next week we'll get some highlights for you, and hopefully we'll see you next year, and Manatee will rock it on.
Hopefully so.
All right.
Yeah, we're hoping for the Canes to get some more wins.
There we go.
Go Canes.
Yeah.